Hi there. Welcome. Oops. Good to see everyone. My name's Kim, if we haven't met yet, virtually met. This is the call for emotional eating. I'd like to hear some, before we get started, I'll do a little description about what this tapping circle is and what exactly is the emotional eating. But I'd love to hear from a few people. If this is your first time, welcome, welcome. We love having you here. Love to hear some wins. If anyone's got a win or would like to ask a question, the win could be big or small. Also, there'll be some time at the end of the session for some questions too. So you can, to speak, you can either wave at me or you can raise your virtual hand. So you can find that in the reactions down the bottom. Oh, Cheryl, yes, go ahead and unmute. Welcome. The bottom left is the unmute button. Cheryl, there's a little microphone. Let me see if I can do it for you. You see that one?
I'm at it. Yeah. So everything's a little bit different when it's on your phone as compared to a computer itself. Yeah. I'm new. First time at a tapping circle.
Great.
But I've been doing a lot of Brittany's stuff over the last little while, and I've never had success with tapping ever before. You know, maybe I've doubted myself and thought, am I doing this right? This isn't working, you know, whatever. But I don't have a lot of cravings per se, but I have choices for emotional eating that are my first choice if I have it in the house. Mm-hmm. And I've been able to conquer some of those things that are on my list as far as things that are my go-tos, using the craving perspective of, you know, if I can connect a person with it or an emotion or whatever, and things are staying in my house and I'm not touching them, or I'm finding when my most vulnerable time is, like if I'm up too late, suddenly, or if I've just gone through a stressful situation, I'm not eating it just because it's in the house anymore. Like I would have a package of a certain type of chocolates that I would get at Christmas time, be 45 of them in the package, and I would just sit and eat till the package was gone within a day. I still have ones from the package I opened up 2 weeks ago that are still there. I will get into them every once in a while, but I'm noticing the stressful, not exactly what's causing it, but that it's stress or emotional eating as compared to just a craving because it's there and calling to me.
Yeah, wonderful. That is brilliant. That's a great win there, Cheryl. Well done. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think you really hit the nail on the head. So sometimes, you know, we can have with what we might think is an emotional eating, but it's like, okay, these are the foods that I gravitate to. So if you start chipping away at those specific foods by doing the ball of light technique for cravings, you'll crave them less. And so when it does come down for you eating emotionally, maybe you'll stop like she did. So that's the really, really brilliant wins. Great. Another couple of wins or any shares or ask any questions before we get started. You can wave at me or raise your virtual hand, which is in the reactions. Hi, Nicole. Welcome. Would you like to share a win?
A win is I've been ill for a week. And I've not done any tapping, and I started to feel better today. I didn't even want to tap. And then because of the illness I've had, I'm actually there's two things. I sort of get scared of eating because it's diverticulitis, so it flares up, and I don't eat for 3 days, so I have to be disciplined enough not to. But then I'm in it, like I've deprived myself. So I made myself some food and I thought I can eat because I need to get my nutrients back now and tell all the stories that I usually do. And then I was eating some food and I thought, I'm not that hungry. Oh, I'm going to eat anyway. I know I should tap, but I'm going to eat anyway. And then I remembered the 50-50 thing. And next time I went to do it, instead of going to and I really wanted it. And it's the first time that the emotional eating thing, I put the audio on and I went through it and did it and I didn't have it. I mean, I had something about half an hour later because I must have actually been hungry, but I was so pleased because the craving, I knew it was like a pull and not I wasn't starving, you know. But yeah, so that was a win that I've actually started to tap again and I'm here. So I'm really pleased with myself.
That's brilliant. That is a huge win once you start doing that, like in the moment. And it is a hard thing. I mean, no one just comes straight out the bat and starts to tap in the moment or do a technique. So well done for that. Yeah, that's
I only did one round, but at least I started, so it's a win.
That's something. And even you know, even if you're eating emotionally and you're like, I'm not doing the technique, I can't do it. Even if you just start tapping, that will calm your system down, and you're doing something. You're kind of like you're interrupting the pattern. Right?
Yeah, it was great because I knew I was stressed, and then a couple of things came up for me that I was really surprised about, and I was like, oh, so it was good.
Brilliant. Yeah, that's wonderful. Love that. Great wins, great shares. Last one before we get started, and then we will have some time throughout the call and at the end for you to share also any last wins or any questions that you would like answered. Okay, let's get going. Well, my name is Kim, if we haven't met yet. I'm originally from Australia, but I live in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. I started tapping like 12, 13 years ago. I bought the book, the Ortner's Tapping Solution book. But I was still eating emotionally, and that's how it ties into today. So it helped me with my emotions, but it wasn't long lasting for me. I was still eating emotionally. And so once I started Brittany's program, I did the coaching program, and then, you know, we get a buddy, and so we do a bunch of work on ourselves. That like this technique that we're going to do today for emotional eating, which is called Push the Food Away. It's also called Echo Tapping and the Binge Eliminator. This technique saved me. So I'd be eating emotionally like several times throughout the day for like years, 25 plus years. If I was at home by myself, I'd have food nearby, be eating, right? And so this has given me an incredible amount of freedom with my food, but I smashed this technique. When people like, how many times? I'm like, how long's a piece of string? I was desperate. I had tried everything else, all of these crazy wacko diets, crazy tinctures and stuff, like, you know, everything to try and release weight and to change the habits that I had, change my coping strategies. So this was the only thing that has worked for me. But I did it a lot. I mean, I didn't always do it in the moment. That was challenging for me toward the end when I was releasing a lot of other crap. I could do it in the moment, but at the start I didn't. So I was just like, okay, tomorrow or later this afternoon, I'm going to put that recording on. So that recording just burnt a hole in my phone and my computer. I just listened to it over and over and over. So that's why I can do this technique with my eyes closed, because I can, like in host, I can lead the technique because I've just listened to it so many times. Okay, so Cheryl was saying a great thing about the cravings and the emotional eating before, but the cravings, for those people who are new, a craving is a very specific food. Okay, so this is like, you already know what food you're going to get when you enter into the kitchen. Okay, whereas emotional eating is just anything. You're just eating anytime that you're not hungry. It's also called like stress eating, binge eating, even just picking at the food whilst you're cooking or preparing a meal. That can be emotional eating. Okay, so you're not quite hungry, but you're just wanting something in your mouth. Okay, so the cravings, you're running toward healthy memory, That one has a completely different technique. So that one is like, it's like your treat food, what you treat yourself with, the food that you can't have in your house. And that's attached to a positive memory, something that happened that was positive. Whereas the echo tapping for emotional eating is running away from an uncomfortable feeling. So our body holds the score, which is a title of a really, really good book if you're interested in checking that out. It's also available on audiobook. But the body holds memories, okay? And this is from like things that happen to us sometimes when we're like an infant. I've gone back and I've done some echo tapping whilst in the womb. Like this stuff, you remember things, okay? Sorry, our body remembers, and that's our subconscious. That's where it stays. And our subconscious is responsible for like 80 to 90% of our decision making, okay? So when you're saying, you know, I'm like trying to do it with willpower, no way, I'm not going to eat the rest of that. I'm not going to eat emotionally. It's your subconscious, okay? So it remembers, or something reminds the body of a time in your life that something happened that was challenging, traumatic for you, big or small. The body remembers it, and then it needs something, okay? So that's why we turn to food. Other people, okay, we're going to count ourselves lucky because other people turned to other unhealthy addictions in that same. So, you know, in a lot of ways, like the food has kept us safe. You know, we could be drug addicts over here, lying under a bridge. So with the food, you need, like, when our body's remembering, we're reaching for the food just to numb that emotion, like push it down. It's too uncomfortable to feel. So what the echo tapping does is allows you to go back into that moment where you made you made the decision that emotion was too uncomfortable for you to feel. Step inside the body of that little one and tap through the points, and that calms her down and allows her to feel. So emotions generally pass with like 60 to 90 seconds, like 90 seconds max. If you sit in an emotion and you feel it, it will pass, okay? So this is what we're doing when we're tapping through the points inside the body of that younger one. Okay, let's get into it. Does anyone have any questions before we get started? So if you feel, yes, Deb, go ahead and unmute. The bottom left, it should be. If you touch your screen, it should come up. I can also do it. Yeah, let me do it for you. Did that come up?
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you know, my memory is so terrible, but I just wondered, like, if it's over and over again, going back to the trauma, you know, you've been there, I've done a lot of that, but it seems like, what more can there be? Like, what if I don't have a specific pleasant memory? I mean, an unpleasant memory, a traumatic, or, you know, I know what the uncomfortable feelings are, but if there's no specific thing I can remember, how do you tap with that?
Yeah, so we just we allow your subconscious to take us back to the time that needs it the most. Okay, so if there's nothing that's coming up in your, like, just start tapping. Okay, so sometimes that's called what's called the smoke screen. Like, your body will bury that memory. But if you just keep tapping through the points, your body's going to remember that it is safe. It's safe for you to feel, and something might. Okay, so if you've done a bunch of work on yourself before, prior work, therapy, all these different, there's 1,000 different modalities out there. It's not the same. Okay, so I had done that myself, and I didn't find it really didn't scratch the surface. Talk therapy and therapists are amazing. They're great at what they do, but running around in circles talking about our trauma till we're blue in the face doesn't do jack, in my opinion. Right? So what the best thing that we can do, and that's why a lot of people, if you're a client of mine, if a student, you might see me interrupt a little bit. So people want to talk through the stuff, which is great. Okay, I'll let you go for a little bit, but then I'm going to interrupt you and say, get in the body of that little one, tap, feel, and breathe. Okay, so that's what, so sometimes like talking through it is a way to distract the mind, the body from actually feeling. Okay, so the techniques when you're going back in, you're not feeling, you're not integrating that feeling. So once you're tapping through the points, feeling that, where it's, it could be loneliness, abandonment, rejection, sadness, grief. So you're going to continue running away from that feeling until you feel it. You're in there. Okay. A great question.
Okay. That makes sense. Thank
Keep
you.
keep doing. If nothing pops up, you got to make it up. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes you're like, am I making it up? Is it me? But how do you know that it's you and not your subconscious? Like, what's the difference?
Yeah.
Nicole,
Okay.
welcome. Yeah. I could listen. You got my favorite accent, so I could listen to it over and over.
I just wanted to ask. So I do constantly pick while I'm preparing food, but I am hungry, I think. And I did actually think the other day, oh God, I wish I could stop picking at my food and eating it before I get it to the table, because I'm hungry. I'm like, before I even prep it properly. Is that emotional eating then?
Yeah, well, a couple of things. It might just be like your relationship with being hungry. Okay, so like that's also a lesson. It'll be coming up in your coursework. It's the last lesson. That's the deprivation, like pre-verbal deprivation. So people have a different relationship with being hungry. Maybe like one of your thinner friends are like, oh, I forgot to eat. I'm like, what are you talking about? So that they have a different relationship with being hungry, right? It's not an emergency for them. Whereas for an emotional eater or someone who's had hard childhood deprivation, like lights are flashing inside them. I need to get something. Okay. So just continue with this work. Don't beat yourself up if you continue that for a little while, and you'll find over time, just be mindful of it, because a lot of times we're not really mindful. It's shoveling food in without knowing, and they're like, where did that food go?
That's exactly. Like I'm thinking, oh, I've got tomato taste in my mouth. How did that happen? Because I've just ate 2 cherry tomatoes while I walk past.
Yeah.
If I see a cherry tomato, it goes in my mouth, whether I'm hungry or not. Yeah,
I get that.
It's a cherry tomato and it's not got many calories, it's a bit sweet. All the other excuses. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, let's get started. So you don't have to necessarily be wanting to eat emotionally in this moment. So you've got 2 options. You can actually, if you are wanting to eat in this moment, you can get food and you can actually physically push that food away. Or you can just go back to the last time that you felt like you wanted to eat emotionally, or the last time that you did eat emotionally. Okay. So everyone close down their eyes. Before you start tapping, just take a couple of slow, deep breaths here. Good. And now I want you to, either you're going to go back to the last time that you ate emotionally and just feel into the feelings, okay? Anything that was going on in your mind, your body, just feel it for a moment. We don't have to stay here for that long. If right now you want to eat emotionally, just feel what you're feeling, okay? And then whether you're imagining it or you actually have the food in front of you, I want you to push it away. Push this food away, arm's length in front of you. That's going to bring up an uncomfortable feeling. It's that feeling I want you to follow back in time. Keep following it way back to when you very first felt like this, or wherever wants to show you today. Just go with the first thing that pops into your mind, even if you feel like you're making it up and it doesn't make any sense, okay? Start tapping through the points once you've got the age. If you haven't got the age, just choose a young age, like something, 7 or below. And walk over to her. Take a deep, slow breath. If there's anyone around that little one, just freeze them. So it's just you and her. And if it feels safe to do so, go ahead and step inside her body. If that doesn't feel safe to do so, I just want you to hold her hand or have her sit on your lap. And once you're inside the body of that little one, you're just going to tap and feel and breathe. So at that age, she didn't have the tools to process what was going on, but you as the adult, you do. Tapping, feeling and breathing. One's doing well. Just keep tapping, feeling and breathing for a moment longer. It will pass. You might feel your body do a like a big sigh of relief. You might find some tears. Tears are welcome. Yawning is welcome. Good. And now if there's anyone that hurt you or that you would have liked to be there for you, maybe a parent, you can call them in, have them frozen so they can't hear you, but they can hear you, they cannot respond to you. And just give them a piece of your mind. Tell them what their behavior, when you weren't there for me, for example, I felt sad or unloved. Tell them exactly how you feel. If you're able to say that out loud, that will really help. And tell them all the things that, that you do deserve and what you don't deserve. So for example, I don't deserve to be treated like this. I don't deserve to be left alone. Good. I deserve your love, your presence. I deserve for you to be there for me. Again, if any of these cause you to cry or feel any other strong emotions, just feel that, be with it. You are your adult body, but inside the body of that little one. So you can say anything. Hey, it was so unfair how I was treated. Good. And now let's send this person to the healing center. So I want you to stay in the body of that little one and send this person up. This is the world's fastest and best healing center. These These healers know exactly what that person would have needed. So see them go through, maybe they're going through counseling. They're seeing a child psychologist who knows exactly how to communicate, teaching them how to communicate with you. Maybe they're getting a stern talking to from someone that they would have respected and admired. And have their, see their face change, their body posture change as they realize what they've been doing and how it's impacted you, their little girl. So have them come back down to you and give you a full apology without blaming anyone else. Now you can respond to them in any way that you'd like. If it feels good to give them a hug now, go ahead and do that. If not, don't worry, just send them away on their way. Keep tapping, take a deep, slow breath. Good. And now I want you to see that person go away and step out of the body of that little one. Go back in as the age that you are today and give that little one a big, big hug. So you're continuing to tap. You're just imagining that you're hugging this little one, holding her close to your chest. Tell her that you're really proud of her. Tell her that you love her unconditionally. Good. Anything else that you'd like her to know? Tell her that she will get over this. It's safe for her to feel her feelings. You're here to help her. You will never leave her. Good. Keep tapping. And lastly, I want you to see a beautiful healing light coming in from above. Take a deep, slow breath as this beautiful healing light cleanses you and that little one of any residual confusions or feeling unsafe, any residual emotions from your whole body and hers. Good job. Now have both of you fill up with this beautiful healing light, filling up, filling up, filling up. Top of your head, right down to your toes and hers. Breath. And now ask her if she wants to come with you and live inside of your heart. If she says no, she wants to stay there, just give her a hug and say your goodbyes. But if she would like to come with you, shrink her down teeny tiny, place them into her into the center of your chest. And then from there, you're just going to go ahead and see and feel her grow through the ages and the bodies. Knowing that she is safe, she is never alone, she has you. Continue seeing and feeling her grow, grow, grow all the way until she gets to the age you are today. Take another slow, deep breath. You can stop tapping now and slowly come back. Good. Take a deep, slow breath. You have some water there. Good. Wonderful. Does anyone have any questions or would like to share? You don't have to share what came up for you, but if you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you, especially if this is one of your first few times doing this this technique. We'd love to hear from you. Hi there, Joan.
Hi. So, um, it's my first actual like live tapping circle session. I've listened to a lot of recordings. I will admit I don't always follow along all the time. But today I feel like it was a big shift because I've been thinking about like my pattern of like resistance or rebellion or um not it goes back to like authority figure stuff and just being like F you and like whatever, but then it's actually hurting myself. But today, um, through your visualization and your prompts brought me to a realization with my mom, like it was more of a deprivation, like I couldn't have friends over. So it's nothing food related today, which is weird. Um, but I just wanted friends over when I was a kid and we just had a house that could look on like the show Hoarders. So I was really embarrassed to have people over. And when I like cleaned my room, like I could have friends over. That's what my mom set up. Like you do this, and then we can have friends. And then she still said no. But I was thinking it today. It felt more like a protection of my mom. Like maybe she didn't want people over in our house to see how we live, or maybe she was also embarrassed. Um. So just thinking is not all about me. Like there's more to my story than what I'm feeling. And unfortunately, my mom has passed, and I can't like have that conversation with her. So it was really nice to have that today. Yeah,
Yeah, wonderful.
at least a new
Yeah.
insight that I hadn't thought of before.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant. The sabotage sessions, that's going to be great for you also. You can
Yeah,
tune into those ones because that's going to be great. And even if even if our parents have passed, it's still this technique is really, really beneficial. And if
yeah,
you want, you can imagine having a conversation with her. You can just say what you need to say whilst tapping. Yeah, that's an option, possibility.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, well done. Great to have you here. Anyone else like to share? just go ahead and unmute.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep sharing because I feel like I've been out of it for a while. I haven't, but I just feel like I need to sort of throw myself back in a bit. So I again got, so today when I did it, I got my grandparents, who were the sweetest, most loveliest people. Earlier today when I did the push the food away thing, they were rowing in front of me and I was really upset. And I was scared because I was like, oh, don't row, because I love you both and you really scare me, because they pull really ugly faces. And it was a 5-year-old me, really frightened, very different. This time was an 8-year-old me. And somebody told me to stop eating because I'm getting too fat or I'm gourmandizing. It was the word, and glutton and all those negative words. And I loved them and they loved me, but that was my granddad and I loved him, not the most, but I got the most affection from him. My nana loved me, but she was more disciplinarian. She was the one who said no, sort of a thing. She was always annoyed, but she still loved me and it was fine. But today I got I was trying to go into the little girl. I don't know whether this is a self-sabotage thing or not, but when I do sort of meet that 8-year-old me, I start laughing because she's so funny. As in, she just makes me laugh. You know how you see those kids that are real characters? And I know I was. And it just makes me laugh. And she's like, what? I can't, and I'm thinking, I'm gay. And it makes me laugh. And she's annoyed, but I'm laughing as my adult self. I'm laughing. I don't mean to laugh. So I don't know how to really, get into that feeling. Once I did get into her, like try and step inside her, she was actually really sad and it made her upset and sad, but she put on a front of, sort of a thing, because it made her feel bad. And that was really interesting. And that's obviously what I do. But at the end, when I asked her if she wanted to come in to my heart, she was like, ew. What's going on? I'm like, no, it's okay. You can go in. She's like, oh, all right, then I'll try it. And she came in and then she was like, and you're like growing through his ages. And she's like, no, I don't like it. And she got back out. It's like, I don't know what's going on. So I don't know what that means at all. But it was like a good but funny experience at the same time. It's just so, like, literally meeting my 8-year-old self and seeing what everybody else saw, which is why everybody used to laugh at me. And I didn't understand why. I used to get annoyed when people would laugh at me. But it's funny. I see it in other kids. So I don't know what that is, but that's what I got today.
Yeah.
So.
You did well. Like, the main thing is you're able to step inside her body and feel what she was feeling. So I guess whatever happens before that is fine, and then the more that you hang out with her and do this technique, she might want to come with you, but if she doesn't want to come with you, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. So, there's parts of these techniques that they don't have that at the end. You just say goodbye to her. It's still going to work. Still going to definitely work.
Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Excellent. Anyone, any other shares? Or let's do it again. Okay. Yeah, we'll do the, oh, Sandy, hi there. Can you
Kathy has her hand up.
Oh, I didn't see that. Yep. Welcome. Go off mute. I can't see. Oh, Kathy, let me yeah, you're off mute now.
Okay. That hand drives me crazy. I am like going into nothingness. And I just like, okay, I'll just tap. And then I got really angry with myself because I thought I should have done something different. What do I do with that?
Yeah, just keep, so that could be the smoke screen. So when you're there, and we can do this on, you know, on our one-on-one sessions, just tap and feel and breathe, and then just look up and kind of try and describe to yourself what's in front of you. So, okay, it's like a black screen. It's like, okay, well, like, is it, you know, is it like, you know, honey, can you put your hand through it? Or is it like a door? Or is it like a curtain? And does it change? So keep tapping through the points and just watching this, you know, this image of whatever it is, and see if something else comes up. And even, you know, then if you start getting angry, you could do some anger work right then and there, or you can also follow that feeling back in time. You know, I'm not getting like, you know, just follow that feeling of the anger back, and see where that takes you.
Okay. Thank you.
So don't give up. That's you know, a lot of like that's kind of the brain does these plays tricks on us, right? Doesn't really want us to go and find the thing because the food has somehow been keeping us safe. So stick with it. The more that you tap, the more that your body is going to recognize that it is safe, it can feel, and then it will allow you to see a little bit more.
Thank you.
Yeah, but well done. You're coming onto the calls, you're doing all of the things, Kathy. So you're going to. Yeah. Good. Anyone else? All right, let's do it again. This one might be just slightly shorter, but will just be as impactful. So everyone close down their eyes, take a couple of slow, deep breaths. And before you start tapping, go to the last time that you ate emotionally, or when you were eating, when you weren't hungry. Feel everything that you are feeling. And then when you're ready, just go ahead and push that food away an arm's length in front of you. That's going to bring up an uncomfortable feeling. And it's that feeling that I want you to follow back in time. Keep following it way back, back, back. Back to when you very first felt like this, or whatever wants to show you today. Even if you feel like you're making it up, let me know how old you are, more or less. Well, just go with the first thing that comes into your mind. Don't let me know, actually, just go with that. Start tapping through the points. Walk over to your little one. If you haven't found an age, like make it up, just do 7 or below. And go over to her. If she doesn't instantly recognize you, you can let her know that you're her from the future and you're here to support her. And then I want you to freeze anybody else if they're around. Now step inside the body of that little one if it feels safe to do so. If not, you can just hold her hand or have her sit on your lap. And once you're inside the body of that little one, just tap and feel and breathe. Good. And you can speak out loud anything that's coming up for you, like, this isn't fair. Not again. And now go ahead and choose someone. Maybe somebody upset you. Or if you would have liked for them to be there, you can choose that person. Bring them in and tell them exactly how their behavior made you feel. So when you insert the behavior, I feel, tell them exactly how you feel. You can say some of those deserve statements. I don't deserve, or I do deserve. Now we can send that person up to the healing center. So whatever was going on for them to upset you in the way that they did, something probably was going on for them. So maybe you see them go to like group therapy. Maybe they're releasing some anger, healing anything that happened with their father and mother. Good. Maybe see them receive the love that they weren't able to receive. Good. And now imagine that they are super remorseful, and so they come back down to you. You're still there in the body of that little one. They fully apologize without blaming anyone else, without going into story. Go ahead and respond to them in any way that you'd like. Now see that person go off and go ahead and step out of the body of that little one. Go back in as the age that you are today. Give her a big, big hug. Tell her that you're proud of her, that she deserves to be loved and taken care of, that you will take care of her and you will never leave her. Oh, now take her by the hand and just imagine that you could go to a beautiful waterfall. And this is a healing waterfall where you stand underneath and allow the water to wash over you and her. And as you're there under the waterfall, imagine that this water is washing away, releasing any stuck tension in your mind and body that's related to this. And imagine that that could be replaced with unconditional love, acceptance, and whatever else it is that you and her need. Now ask her if she wants to come with you and live inside of your heart. If she says no, just give her a hug and take her back to where you found her. But if she would like to come with you, shrink her down teeny tiny, place her into the center of your chest. And then from there, you're going to see and feel her grow through the ages and through the bodies. Knowing that she is safe, she is never alone, she is loved. See and feel her come back all the way until she gets to the age that you are today. Take a deep, slow breath here. Shake out your hands. Take some water if you have it there. Coming back. Great job, everybody. That was 2 big sessions. I'm sure you will all sleep well tonight. If you can, go for a walk outside. That will be really refreshing for you. We like the tapping that we do is like, it's like integrating also. So there's nothing specific that you need to do other than, you know, stay hydrated, look after yourself. If you've had a big process. Yeah, if you'd like to do some journaling, go ahead and do that. Don't worry about, you know, a lot of people are like, well, what do I do first? And like, don't worry about tapping. If you've had, you know, 2 big sessions like that, that's you done for today. Like, take a break. Okay? Wonderful. Anyone have any last shares, wins, questions?
I have
Hi,
a question. Hi.
Yeah.
I messed up on the time change. So I apologize for jumping on this last 20 minutes, but would I be able to see a replay of this?
Yes, yeah. So it's recorded. It'll be uploaded into the tapping circle under the meeting. I'm not sure when. So as soon as the customer service ladies are able to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You
Thank
can
you.
see previous ones. Like if you're ready and raring to go now, go into your portal and just find one from last month or the month before.
Sure.
Click onto it and do it. Yeah.
Okay. Will do. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome. Good to have you here. Excellent.
I've just got a quick question. That I do find the lives a lot better than recording for some reason. And I wondered, they're all the same on the calendar, aren't they? Because it's always 1 o'clock in the morning for me for the sabotage.
Yeah.
Do they not rotate them?
No, unfortunately. No. I can put that to the ladies. Sorry, everyone else, would that be better for you? If they rotated the times, we'll be having like a team meeting soon.
Yeah. I think it's just,
For the
there's a
UK.
couple of people saying, yeah, that's nice. But yeah, it's just difficult. And I think they're always at the right time. People are always going to miss 1 or 2 that they can't get to because of that time. So the ones that they can get to, then at least that one, if they do each one, and we've only got it for like if we're on a 3-month trial or something, and it's they rotate them month by month, then at least we'll get maybe one of each sort of a thing if we can only do a couple of times. It's just difficult, when it's 1 o'clock in the morning you're trying to do a sabotage.
No, don't get your sleep. Be routed up after the session, trying to sleep after that. Yeah, I'll put that toward the team. Yeah, good idea. Wonderful. Excellent, everybody. Well done. We'll see you on the next one. Okay. Bye-bye.